What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Another episode of Day in the Life. Your boy Bonnet Man here, along with my man Skelz. Skelz, say what up to the people.
What's going on, folks? Hope everyone's safe coming out of PA. I'm in here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, as you know, we got an epidemic going on and everybody's working from home, but there's certain people that are not working from home, and that's like, you know, the health people that are out there, the cops and stuff. So we decided, you know, we wanted to bring you somebody that's out there in the front lines, working hard. I got my great friend all the way from New York City, working for the NYPD, Mr. Malik Murphy, Officer Murphy. Welcome to A Day in the Life. I'm so happy to have you here, man. How you feeling? I see you're connecting. It's taking this time. Technology's failing as usual. Can you hear us, Mr. Murphy? Check, 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, he's connecting at the moment. But again, you know, there's a lot of people out there sacrificing their actual lives to be out there every single day. The real heroes right now. The real heroes. Mr. Murphy. Officer Murphy, how are you?
What's up?
What's going on, man? How you feeling? How you feeling today?
I'm good, chilling.
Welcome to A Day in the Life, man. You know, we out here doing this podcast. We're just trying to talk to the people, get some material for people to watch. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like, when me and my team, we felt like, you know, we need to reach out to people out there that are in the midst of it, you know? And knowing you and I being good friends, I'm like, you know what if we get somebody from the NYPD on here just to talk, you know? Like, so like for you, how has it been? How has the transition been from being regular to now? Like, how is it out there for you from your eyes, New York City?
So for me, it's kind of crazy because when it first started getting serious, I was about to go on vacation. So I was supposed to go to Puerto Rico.
Wow.
And, so up until the day before my flight left, I'm like, I'm going to Puerto Rico. It was like me and 16 friends. We were going out for Afro Nation Festival. So we were going, and then the governor of Puerto Rico did the curfew. Mm-hmm. So then I'm like, I'm still going. And then he was like, restaurants and bars can only do takeout. And then we were like, we still going. And then once he was like, we closed the beaches, then we were like, we're not going. And so I went to Philly for 10 days while everything was happening in New York. So I didn't really get to experience the initial transition of everyone being locked down, all the restrictions, the curfews. I didn't experience any of that because I was in Philly. And then when I came back from vacation, that's when it all hit me, because I found out people in my precinct were getting sick, and then all the other officers were getting sick, and the number I was watching every day was just going higher and higher, and then finally it's somewhere in the thousands now.
In terms of what, at the precinct?
No, citywide.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
New York City has the highest.
It started with 30 cases, and then now it's just thousands. So it's been crazy. Everyone has hand sanitizer now. Everyone's wearing gloves most of the day. We have masks that we wear. We're cleaning down the cars constantly. They're cleaning up the precinct all day, every day. At the end of every night, beginning every morning. They make sure everything is cleaned. It's really crazy now.
And speaking of that, I'm actually in PA, so I'm right outside of Philly. Okay. I stopped watching the news because it just got too much. Stopped watching SportsCenter because it's just. So I figured today, prepping for this, I wanted to ride my bike to Center City. Riding my bike there, probably 2 cars passed me leaving my area. I got to Philly and it was a ghost town. There was no one in parks, and actually rode by a park, and it had a police tape blocking off the entrance to the park. So you being in New York and being in the city, have you seen anything like that?
Yeah, so the area I patrol is called the Lower East Side. So it's predominantly bars, clubs. We're less than a square mile, but we have over 300 bars. Wow. So on a Thursday to Saturday, it's flooded. I'm talking about people just all day, every day. And I work the midnight, so everybody's going to the club or coming from the club.
Right.
It's packed, and now it is
empty.
I can literally look straight down my precinct and see not one person. Like I'm talking like a 12 block, like straight down, no one.
Wow.
Like all the bars, they're not even closed. They're the gates are down. Like it's not even just like, oh, we closed for the day. 7-Eleven was still open. They just closed now. So like there's only maybe about 1 or 2 stores in the whole precinct that's like open that you can go to at night to get something to eat, get a snack. Everything else is closed. No one's in the parks. We close the parks every night. But there's literally no one on the streets. Like there's no cars. Like you'll get 1 or 2, taxis and stuff like that. But like even the taxis are driving around wearing masks and gloves, and it's really like a ghost town. Like I've never seen, not even my area, like New York, like legit ghost town. Like I go to
Ghost,
work.
right?
Yeah, like I go to work. It's usually a couple cars, probably like 20, 30 cars on the road with me when I'm going to work. Now it's maybe 2 or 3. Like
Wow.
yeah, like I can get to. It usually took me like 35, 40 minutes to get to work. I can get to work now in like 15, 20 minutes. Like all the way from Brooklyn, all the way from Brooklyn to Manhattan in like 15, 20 minutes, because there's literally no one out there. Like,
so how's the culture in the precinct? Like, are coworkers still like, how do they feel? Like, are they like antsy about it, or are they like whatever? What's the culture like in the precinct?
I think because we know that, we're always on the front lines for everything. So to the public, this may seem like, to everyone, it's a big shock. It's never been done before. It's unprecedented. But that's where the NYPD shines, honestly, because that's what we always have to go into, when terror attacks happen, or when anything major in the city, riots or protests, anything like that. We're always the first ones to go out there. We're always on the front line. So this is just like another instance where we know we have to be out there, and we just kind of take it, the changes as they come. Because we know changes are gonna come soon. Mm-hmm. So we're just kind of like trying to roll with it. Everybody's just trying to stay upbeat. We're all just checking in on each other. How's your family? How's everyone doing at home? Like I said, we have some officers out sick, so we just check up on them, see how they're doing. But just trying to keep the morale high, because we know we got to be out there anyway. So it's like there's no point in being Debbie Downers. When you got to come to work every day. So, we just make the best of it. Just try to take care of each other out there, have each other's back, and, just try to be as precautious and safe as possible while we still have to do our jobs.
Got you. And you mentioned you usually work the midnight shift, and I'm pretty sure on a Thursday through Saturday, maybe even Sunday, you get some crazy, crazy phone calls. With the pandemic going on now, what kind of phone calls come in on like a Thursday? Like, what's going on now?
It's been slow. Like, I thought maybe domestics would go up. Okay. Everyone's locked in the house together now.
Right.
I thought like maybe fights between family members or siblings and stuff like that.
I can't stand you.
You here again? But it's been none of that actually. It's really. Like these last few days, I mean, we get our usual, noise complaints and people playing music all the times of the night and stuff now. But as far as like crime and stuff like that, like it's really been quiet. Like, it's. I mean, we do our routine community visits, checking on the stores and stuff, make sure they're good and everything's going good with them. But other than that, it's really been just quiet. Like nothing's been happening, thankfully.
But right, I was about to say, that's a beautiful thing, though.
I'm not mad at it, but yeah, it definitely has quieted down a lot. Like,
damn. Okay.
Maybe 2 or 3 calls a night, like if you're lucky, compared to 15, 20 before.
And that's even on the weekend.
That's the most surprising part is on the weekends. Because those were the fights at the club and drunk and disorderly. Yeah, drunk and disorderly person, arguing, falling asleep in cabs, and we got to go wake them up and take them out the cabs and stuff like that. Like, so it's none of that. Like, it's
all that's
like
done.
I feel like people are finally starting to realize, like, maybe I should just stay home. Like, maybe I should stop. Cause I know when it first broke, people were still like, no, I'm gonna go outside, Like, I was in Philly and they were having like a whole basketball tournament outside. And I was like, wait, Like, I'm talking about legit, like 40, 50 people, like full court,
Yep.
5-on-5, like with an audience. Like, and I'm like, okay, people have it. But I think
They
now,
had the bikers out too.
yep, I think now people are finally, because like the basketball courts, like even when I go home, I pass the park, they're empty. Like,
Empty.
and usually people are in the morning getting morning workouts on the bars,
Mhm.
because they have the poles and stuff in there, so they work out in there or in the basketball court, and there's no one. I think people are finally starting to realize like it's time to stay home.
Mm.
Like,
So let me ask you this. I know you got to work tonight, so I'm not going to try to hold you much longer.
mhm.
Personally, how has it affected you personally? You know, we talked about you and work, but like for you, you know, Mr. Murphy, the home person, how's it affected you personally?
For me, like I said, I just try to stay as healthy as I can. You know, try to take my vitamin C and just try to just keep hot liquids inside and drink tea and stuff like that. You know, get some ginger, get some honey.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the main part that has changed is just being aware of like family members I'm around. You know, because I have elderly people in my family, and
Okay.
they're like stuck inside, but I go out and I interact with the public. You know, I go to shelters and stuff. So, I'm just very careful when I come home, make sure, to keep washing my hands, keep hand sanitizer, try not to be around them too much, like although, because you can have no symptoms and still be passing it. So
Right.
I just,
Right.
so I make sure, just because I don't got no cough that, I just make sure just in case, like just stay away from me. Like I go to my side, I chill out, and then I go to work, and just make sure if I go to the side that's the common areas, just try to stay safe with like hand sanitizers and just make sure you wipe down everything after you use it, like type stuff. Like that's the biggest change for me so far.
Got you. And as far as the public goes, it's a few doubters that really think this is a joke. What advice would you have for those individuals specifically?
Like I think at this point, I think people are finally realizing it. I had a couple people approach me last night, and like they were wearing like the full mask and like
Mm-hmm.
gloves and stuff. And I'm like, wow, like like, these are like young people. So I think the young people were the demographic that was the biggest doubters.
Correct.
Like
Correct.
because the misconception at first was young people don't get it. And so it was like, well, I'm young, so I'm not worried about this. Like, I could be out. Like, and I think as time has progressed, now the young people are realizing, like, yeah, it may not affect you as harshly, but you do have older people in your family that it could.
Exactly.
So I think now even they are staying home. So I just think for anybody, if you don't have to be out, just stay home.
Don't go
Like,
out.
if you have to go out to get, supplies at the supermarket or store, whatever like that, go out, get it, come back home. Like if you don't have to be outside, then just don't go outside. Like it's nothing out there risking it, and hopefully it won't be too much longer and this will be behind us, but it's not helping anybody for you to be out on the streets with 30, 40 people, playing around and thinking it's a game, and then next thing you know, I'm getting a call to come take you to a hospital or take an older family member to a hospital. I remember I was watching the news, and this is what really hit me because they were like, let's say you don't have symptoms and you come to the hospital to get tested, you test negative, but then you were around all those people at the hospital. So now you get it while you're at the hospital getting tested. So your test come back negative. So you thinking, oh, I'm negative.
I'm good.
But you was at the hospital with all the other people. So now you come back home, you hug grandma, and now I'm taking grandma to the hospital on a ventilator. So, like that, when I heard that, I'm like, yo, that makes total sense.
Wow.
Like, and I think that's people are finally starting to realize, like, it's not just about you. Like one person infected can affect so many people who, have nothing to do with it. So I think people are being much more cautious and stuff now, though.
Well, man, Mr. Malik Murphy, I want to thank you for coming on the channel, man. I appreciate it. I'm pretty sure, your voice is definitely going to be heard. And, I just want to thank you, man. You're outstanding citizen, protecting
say the least.
New York City. And it's a jungle out here. For some reason, New York City always gets the worst. And the fact that you're out there putting your life on the line for the city of New York, I'm sure I speak for a lot when I say thank you very much. And like, just keep doing your thing, bro. And like, I'm proud of you, and I just want to thank you for coming to the channel. About to wrap up. Everybody, you know, just be sure to like and subscribe. You know, it's a day in the life, and you heard it here first from Officer Murphy, man. Thank you so much, bro.
No doubt, no doubt. You have a good night.
I appreciate you coming out, man.
All right, man.
Have a good night. Stay safe.
Have a good one, boss.
You too.
Sir.